Alright, so I've decided to attack this big hole in the side of the Falcon. You probably saw the pictures there, which I'll post on this video. But anyway, so I wanted to do metal, but this thing's got so much rust on it, and there's already a bunch of Bondo, so I'm just doing Bondo, which is good. I mean, it's better than a big hole. At least my wife will drive in it. So anyway, so right now we got it built up to about here. There's some low spots there. I'm going to go back over it again. I'm using the cheese grater. I'm going to keep this line on the bottom right here, you know, for the panel right here. So I'll do that. That is what I'm doing. Okay. I also had a slight water leak out of my bottom heater hose right here. It was right up here against the water pump, and it was making a hissing noise. And you know, I thought that was the battery hissing, but apparently it was just that. So that's a good thing. So the hose is in pretty good shape. I felt it's really nice and firm, not crunchy or anything. So I just had a tear in the end of it right here by the clamp. So you know, I just cut it off and cleaned it out inside and put it back together. So that takes care of that. Now I still do have the charging system problem where it has a draw on it. I checked it out. It's like a 12-volt draw, you know, solid circuit of some type. It's not like a, you know, like a 0.5 volts or anything like that. And so, and I've noticed that it's drawing on the on this when I connect the wire that goes up to the regulator. And then so I'm gonna have to address that. I did order another regulator just in case it's a regulator, but right now it has this this newer style alternator or regulator right there. So, and you know, I don't know if it's. I mean, I imagine that if there's a draw on the system, like a short, then it would maybe cause the charging system to overcharge, and that's what it's doing. It's overcharging. It actually is putting out almost 20 volts when you rev it up. When you start it up, you know, when you first turn the car on, it's got 12 volts, and then after you start it, it jumps immediately up to about, you know, like 15 volts or something like that, 16 volts, and then as you give it gas, it goes all the way up to like almost 20 volts. So I'm gonna still address that. And then the right now, another thing I'm gonna do is the front bumper. I sanded it all down, or used the paint stripper disc, and it came out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. And then I put this rust blocker stuff, a rust converter on it, and it is actually show you what it is here. It is Crud Cutter Rust-X rust converter. So I tried to YouTube it and see what the stats were on it, or what the satisfaction rate is, but I didn't actually find it. There's a lot of crud buster stuff on there, but it's not. It's the rust remover, and this is not the rust remover. It's the rust converter, which is different. So I didn't. So anyway, so after I you know, sanded the bumper down, and I'll show you the back bumper pretty much. I don't know if you've seen it in my other videos, but the bumpers were in pretty bad shape. You know, so the bumpers look like this, big giant rust spots like that. So like that, and so I'm, you know, I haven't done the back one yet. I haven't sanded it off, but I'm, you know, I am sanding it down. And right now, after putting the crud buster stuff on there, I'm going to, I let it set for about 2 days now, and it's turned kind of black in all the areas, right, like right here, you know, and here. And then, you know, I'm going to sand it down. I'm going to put some primer, some high build primer on it, and that should take care of any little imperfections. And I'm going to, after the primer, I'm going to put a a shiny silver coat on it, and then I'm going to put a couple of coats of clear coat on it, and I'll see how that works. All right, let's see. All right, so we're going to sand this thing down here. That's pretty nice. I'm going to take these lights out. I've had them out a few times, so a couple times. When I first got it, they didn't work, so the sockets were all corroded inside. So, and I looked online. I couldn't really find anything. I probably could find them at falconparts.com, but I didn't do that. So I just sprayed PB Blaster on them and let them soak for a while, for a day or so, and then pushed on it, and the springs came loose and everything started working, and then I cleaned the contacts, and it worked. I put them back in. So now we have blinkers. Now I do believe that the running lights are burnout. I think it's because we're overcharging everything. So I'll have to try to get that out of there, but all right, I'm gonna get those lights out of there. All right, so I took the blinker lights out, the running lights, and it's pretty simple. Just a couple of screws in here, and then this bracket. I ground that down to get a better ground on it because my, when the running light went out, I wanted to make sure it wasn't a ground problem. But I am also, so I'm going to, since I'm painting the bumper, I'm going to tape around the holes here, because this bracket here, this unit here, when it goes back in there, it touches the bumper and gets the ground off it. And since this is a 2-wire system right here, that means that, and you have 2 light bulbs, that means you need a ground. And if you don't have a ground, then you're going to feed back through the other circuit. So you need a ground. So I want to make sure that happens. All right, so now I've got that taped. I'm going to start taping around the bumper here. Got some newspaper. Yeah, I went out to try to get a Sunday newspaper, and you know what? No one has them anymore. So that's quite a world we're in. So no more Sunday newspaper, or I guess you got to order it, however it is. So anyway, here goes. I'm going to tape up the bumper. All right, there we are, all taped up. So we can paint it here. On there on the side. And this side should be good. Yep. All right, and we're going to use this Eastwood High Build Self-Etching Primer. It says not to use it on rust, so, well, I guess there's no rust since I use rust converter, right? Sounds reasonable to me. All right, let's shake this up. Okay, got it all shook up here. Let's give this a shot, see how it works. I was trying to set this up for the little mark on the top, but this can don't seem to have one, so it must not need one. All right. So So this is high build. I guess that means that it's pretty thick. So it should, you build it up and you sand it off, I guess. And you can take away any imperfections. And it's just primer, so it doesn't really matter if it gets a run in it here or that. Looks good. I have this dent here. I don't have anything big enough to take it out. I guess I could crash into a tree or something and push it back, but my precision might not be good enough, and then I have another problem. So that's got a stiff old trigger on it too. Switch hands here. So I tried taking the bumper off, but the bolts were breaking. One of them broke and one of them stripped out. So I said, you know what? Before I don't have any left, I better just try this. Plus it's all rusty, and you know, I've come into the feeling that this car is full of rust here. So I'd be happy if it runs good and it drives good, and you know, my plan is that we're gonna drive around all over the place with my kids and visit old places, and kind of like a history thing, and we'll record that stuff. Call it time travel videos, you know. That is my plan. I like it. Okay. I think I'm gonna take off the center caps of the wheels, since they're all rusty, and I'm gonna kind of do the same thing to them. Looking nice. All right, let's see what happens here. All right, so there it is, all primered up. That's how it is. Again, I'd like to bang that thing back. Maybe I could run into a tree with a log in front of it or something. All right, there's that. And I also built up this on the side here a little bit more. Pretty good. It doesn't look that good, but it actually isn't too bad. I gotta fill in the low spots and then go over it one more time with a flat grater and flat sandpaper, and should come out all right. Anyway, all right, back on this thing. Now, after I've done that, I'm going to spray it with silver. All right, so I'm going to spray it with this Rust-oleum metallic finish, kind of silverish gray, whatever thing. And then I'm going to coat it after that with this clear coat. Probably give it a couple, 2-3 coats of that. Let's see how that goes. All right, let's hit this here. Man, almost looks like chrome. That's interesting. I thought it would be more gray than that. It's more like chrome. So it definitely is as shiny as aluminum anyway. Might use this whole can on just the front bumper. I don't know. Make sure there's no streaks in it. Does kind of have some pitting still in it. But compared to the rest there was, if this is just temporary, then it'll work. Pretty good about not running. That's good. All right, let me finish this off here. All right, so this is the old bumper. Then I'm not 100% happy with it, but I guess it's better than it was. So that's how it came out. All right, not too bad. Better than a sharp stick in the eyeball, I guess. So I guess I'll put the lights back in, and that is what I will have for now until I can afford new bumpers. All right, and then as far as the side goes, I've been building it up, and it's getting close to being done. Yeah, looking like that. That's just coloration right there. It's actually smooth everywhere. So when I paint it, it'll look different. All right, here it is with the lights in. I am pretty happy with it, I gotta tell you. So, you know what? Compared to driving around with a bunch of old, crusty old rusty bumpers, pretty good. And the good news, let's see this. So we got good news here. So the accessories. Oh, well, hold on, I gotta connect the battery. Okay, got the battery connected. And turn accessories. Good news is we got running lights. So that means that the alternator did not burn out the running lights. Oh, wait, they're not there. What the heck? Hold on a minute. They were there. Well, let's see here. Oh, the running lights work when the lights are off. But when the lights are on, the running lights don't work. Huh. Well, that might be part of my electrical draw problem. Who knows? So the running lights are working in the back and the front. And let's see here. If I turn on the blinkers. Okay. Good one there. That one's good. All right. Back here. Got a good blinker there. Yeah, this is legal. What? The thing about... I'm sure the other side works too. The thing about the running lights is kind of peculiar. All right, this is a 3 on the tree, by the way. So that's neutral. That's a good old car. So the mileage on it is 9643. So that's 109,643. Or 200,000, but it doesn't, the car doesn't seem like it has 200,000 on it, so I don't think it does. So it's got a lot of rust, though, I tell you that. It's kind of a rust bucket, you know. So I think it was from up north. What was I gonna do? Okay, so let's see if the running lights are working right now. Oh, they're not, because they're off. They're off. All right. Headlights are working. Running lights are off. Turn the headlights off, just the running lights on. So it's first pull. And there they are. Huh. Well, I'm going to figure that one out. That's probably, I guess it could be something in the light switch. Maybe that'll lead me to the problem. And we got other good news. So we got, turn this guy to all the way to the left. We got ourselves a dome light. Oh yeah. Yes, a dome light. Let's see, off, on. Yep, that's a good deal. Love me a dome light. All right, so for today, we have fixed the front bumper for being chromed. Got the hole out of the side here, just about completely. A couple little patch holes in it, still a little hole right there. And the dome light, and that was one other thing. Anyway, we're moving ahead, so that is good. I'll work on a little bit tomorrow, and then that'll be the end of my days off. So after that, it's work, and you know how it is. You wake up in the morning and it's dark, and get home and it's dark. So, however, the good news is days are starting to get longer. I noticed today that it was 5 o'clock and it was still daylight out. So that is good. In the summertime around here, it stays light until 9 o'clock at night. So, all right. Have a good one, folks.